Hello and welcome to another episode of We Love Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror film and they discuss it. Today, we're talking 2016's Blair Witch, which was directed by Adam Wingard. I'm your co-host, Alec.
Eric,
Oh boy.
look at this backdrop.
I know. I know. That looks
Are
really
you
good.
not entertained?
That is very good. You've got Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and Friday the 13th
Lost
all.
Boy,
Yeah.
someone.
I
Yeah,
know. No, it looks good. Mine
it's
is.
a little extra for sure.
No, it looks good. It looks good. This is something we should be doing, and I'm not doing it. And
I promised our viewers, remember, for like 3 weeks, that I'm gonna do it when I get home from work. And finally I did.
just another reason to watch the YouTube video of this
Yeah, if you
podcast.
want to see this backdrop, it's redonk. It's
Yeah,
redonk. Yeah.
no, it does look good. It's very representative of 80s slashers. So, um, yeah, no, watch our videos. They're all up on YouTube. So, you can listen on Spotify and Apple. But actually, really quick before we jump into Blair Witch, this October 22nd, Wednesday, we are doing the Hellraiser series. So that's going to be every single day. Hellraiser 2 to Hellraiser 10, I think.
Jesus.
Every single day, Joe Testa and I covered those. So I'm just gonna promote that now. Check it out, October 27th or 22nd every day. It'll be a new Hellraiser movie. So
I,
get
I
ready for
feel like
that.
I feel like I owed Joe a fruit basket for going through that. Like, damn.
What do I get?
No, fuck you.
I had to
But
edit all of them.
Joe, 10 Hellraiser movies. That's
Yeah, he did them
Did you
alone.
watch the first one again or did
No,
you?
no, 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 because we covered that one and then we covered the Hulu one in 2022, I
Right.
think. So,
Okay,
um,
so you only had like eight to do.
no, we tend to do because there's 12 in total. So,
Oh, what?
yeah.
There's 12 Hellraiser movies?
Yeah, but we did 2 through 10, and then I guess there's 11. I guess there's 11. Yeah.
Damn. We're
So
gonna we're gonna get all the Hellraiser fans up in here. I love
yeah.
it.
So check that out. October 22nd, every day, new episode. So, but Blair Witch. This is the sequel. I guess the second sequel to the Blair Witch Project,
Yep.
but it totally ignores the Book of Shadows, which I've never
Hmm.
seen. I've never seen Book of Shadows.
There, yeah, we should add that eventually. Yeah.
And this one
Eh,
is okay.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
okay.
That's it. That's all I can say. It
That's
it
that's the end of
misses
the
and
episode.
it just miss yeah, we could just stop there. It's okay and end it. Yeah, but it misses the point of the first one, which was like a slow roll, like slow things happening, and then they just kind of have a bunch of shit happening at once, and it's like, what are you doing? It's too much at once.
Yeah, it's just kind of a rehash of the first one, but with drones and, GoPros and just like more modern technology. And I don't know, it loses
It
the
felt like nipples on the costume, right? Nipples on the costume, right?
it loses the indie feel that made the original one so impactful. Like this one, it just felt very glossed over. Like the digital, like when the camera would hit the ground, like all those digital effects, like they just felt.
So many jump scares, like
Yeah.
jump scare after jump scare after jump scare after jump scare.
It just felt fake. I don't know. I mean, I think the idea on paper, if they're like, hey, we want to send the brother of Heather to go try and find her brother, and they're making a documentary about that. Okay, like I'm actually
That's
okay with
what
that.
sold the
Yeah.
producers, I'm sure, the executive producers to pitch, to do it and greenlight it. And dude, I'll run through the stats at the top of the bat. Let's go through this. So this came out September 16th, 2016. It's out. Its runtime is an hour and 29 minutes. Its budget was 5 million. Here's the kicker, Alec. It still made 45 million. So it made 40 million. Still, that's good.
Yeah.
Rotten Critic was 38, Rotten Audience was 31, but this movie made a shit ton of money.
Not really,
Not a
man.
shit ton, but for the
No.
movie it is, yeah.
40 million, I'm sure
Marketing, all
distribution,
that bull.
marketing.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure,
like
sure. But dude, like, that's still pretty good.
kind of. I mean, yeah, it probably made like 10 million profit, probably. I mean, that's good. Yeah, but it's not like sequel worthy. The reviews were bad. Nobody cared. Like this movie just came and went. I've seen it before. I watched it
You
like
did?
yeah, I saw it maybe like 2 years ago on streaming just randomly, and I was like, eh, eh.
I watched this with my sister last night because my sister made me watch the first one when I was like,
Uh,
I don't even know when the first one came out, 99?
yeah.
Yeah. So I was like 9, 10. Whenever it came out on VHS is when I watched it because we watched it up in her bedroom. So watched it with her and I was like, I'm putting you through this, Shan. You put me through it. And it was fun to watch it with my sister again. That was nice. But yeah, she even said like, eh.
No, the original one, it was so revolutionary for the time. With age, it gets a little worse, I guess. You know, it's a little boring, I guess, now that if you've seen the movie before. But this one,
It's trying to do what Paranormal Activity did too, with the widescreen, like they tape a camera on the tree or whatever. And
yeah,
goddamn, these cameras must have good battery because it,
yeah.
it, it pretty much shows the campsite. It's just like, yeah, it's doing too much, man. It's doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, it also just felt like it feels like a real movie. It doesn't even feel like found footage sometimes. It just feels like there's like a real camera set up with somebody and it's just looking at the people that
It's
are not like the one person who's off camera. That's supposed to be their GoPro, but I'm like, that looks like a really professional camera. So I don't know.
couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more with that. It's way too well shot, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, it should feel like Jackass or like the original Blair Witch, where it's like fucking shaky as shit and like smacking into like
Yeah, and that
trees and
was like
just
a handy cam. That was a real handy cam for
yeah,
that.
and
So
those were filmed by the actual actors. Maybe this one was too, but the GoPro footage didn't look real. You'd also think like you guys are going to be shutting this off. You know, a lot of it was just like, did you guys hear that? Like, I thought I heard something a second ago, and they're in the dark, and it's just, I don't know. It takes a lot of the beats from the first one, but just doesn't make it as believable. I don't know if the actors just weren't as good.
yeah.
Actually, I thought the guy, Peter, I thought he did a pretty good job. The not the main guy, that's James.
The guy who like faked it and then left, right? And
No, not
then
him. That's Lane. Lane.
Lane,
No,
Peter.
Peter, he was the other male lead who dies first. He gets hit by the tree. Like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
he
yeah.
actually, I thought he was pretty good. He's
Yeah. He
also
was he was
in,
hung over going into the woods too, which is
yeah,
a nod to the first one.
yeah, there's a
So
lot of nods to the first one. The only thing that was like substantially different that I can really remember, there's two things. You see the witch, we think.
oh yeah,
Um,
it's the witch.
Yeah, and then the other not huge thing, but just noticeable thing is the girl Ashley, I think is her name, she gets hurt. And it's like this like worm demon thing or something is in her
She
foot.
cuts her foot on. So let's back it. So the brother goes on YouTube and is finding clips on YouTube of Blair, Burkittsville, Maine, right?
Yeah,
Or not Maryland,
yeah.
which is where his sister disappeared. And then he sees a clip of some girl in a mirror, and then he has all his friends together, and there's people that have been there before, and this and that. So there's a lot going on. There's way too much going on. But his main thing is like, I'm gonna go see if I can find my sister because I'm pretty sure that's her in the YouTube clip.
Yeah.
So they go, they camp, they
Well,
drink the
but
night before.
also the other girl that's with them, I can't remember her name. She's like the lead girl. She wants to make a documentary about the
Right, right,
process.
right, right. That's the point of it too.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yeah, sure, you can come along, I guess." And then they they go out, they get out there. Let's just cut ahead. They get out to the what's the woods called? Burkittsville, Maryland, or
Like is it the Black Hills Forest or something?
Hills Forest, which is
Maybe.
apparently gigantic. They make it seem like it's like the entire Appalachian Trail.
Dude, no, it's that you can get lost out there for sure. You
Yeah,
could
for
get
yeah.
lost and die. Absolutely, you could.
So they go out there, they set up cameras, and it feels like, yeah, we know what we're doing, unlike your sister. Like, we have all these cameras, we have a drone. They get out there, and then on the way out there, like you said, the girl is walking through a river and cuts her foot on a rock, which, when they showed the shot of her foot, I was like, oh, that's stitches. You need to go to a hospital.
Yeah, yeah, they
There's
should have
no
left right then.
no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Like, that's not closing. That's not, no bandages. You need stitches at that point.
Yeah, then James is like, "Let me clean it." He's like, "Oh, it feels worse than it is." I'm like,
No, you
"That's
need to be in
pretty
hospital.
bad." What did she
Yeah.
even step on? It was glass, I
It
think,
was
or something.
rock. It was a rock or
But that's
something.
that's the major difference though in the first one. Like I don't think anybody gets hurt like this. And then also it
No.
seems like some worm or something gets inside of her and is like possessing her or something. Because later
Yeah.
she like peels out this like tapeworm
Feather. Like it
thing.
looked like a feather
Oh,
almost.
maybe it's something, and because she was acting weird, but once she gets sick, she starts like acting like she's kind of possessed a little bit. And then she finds that tapeworm thing and pulls it out. And then you're like, okay. So that's a major difference between the original and this one. Technology, and you see the witch for like
Yeah,
a second.
and you think they have all this great technology, all these batteries, all, drones, everything, and their GPSs still don't work out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of makes you feel like a nod to the first one, where they literally went out there, but also they didn't do anything really with the locals as much. Remember?
No. Well, they bring two locals with them. I mean, there is that
Yeah, yeah, for a
that
bit.
Lane and I think her name was Tabitha or something. But yeah, there's these two like rednecky kind of
Mm.
people. Like they have a Confederate flag in their apartment, and they're annoying, but I kind of believe that those people could exist. So like their acting was
Yeah, but
okay.
I love the first one. I love the like going in the convenience stores. I mean, like we're going
Yeah.
out and finding the Blair Witch, and they're like, yeah, don't do that. Like that's what
Yeah.
that was missing too, like the
Yeah.
local stuff like
No, no,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, their replacement for that was going to the bar and like talking about it at the bar.
Yeah.
But you're like, well, I want to know what the locals think, not what you guys just read online. But yeah, so Lane is the redneck guy, is the guy that put the tape online. So they go to him and he's like, I'll come with you, I'll show you where I found it and all this stuff. So they're like, sweet, but it's all fake. The video's fake, and they set up these like, the Blair Witch like I don't know what they
Stick
are.
figures, stick
Yeah, the
figures. Yeah.
totem stick figure things. They bring those out there to set it up, so it's like this big fake thing. And I don't really know why they're doing that. Like,
Just to get YouTube views or some shit. I don't know.
I was
But
kind
it's
of
wrong. It's
dumb.
wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah, especially finding out you're like, hey, my sister's the one that
My
died all
sister
these.
actually went missing,
And they
and
know her sister or his sister because they're like, oh yeah, like I remember when the FBI
yeah,
came through the woods. So it's like, dude, this is fucked up that you guys are doing
yeah.
this.
And the other guy, your favorite character, what's his name again?
Peter, I think.
He said he was part of the hunting, not
Yeah.
hunting, the search party.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like
This
the
movie is
Lane.
fucked,
Well, Lane and
dude.
Tabitha are real pieces of shit. They're like making fake videos. The real brother reaches out. They know this situation and they still are like, let's fuck with this guy. It's like, yeah, you guys are assholes.
No doubt, dude.
Yeah. So there's just that's the other thing. Like the first one, at least, like they turn on each other as the movie
Yeah,
goes
because they
on.
get pissed off because it's like I thought you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, but
And
they're friends in the beginning. This
yeah,
one, it's like the second those redneck people get introduced, it's like everybody's just kind of like a dick for the rest of the movie, and they're all mean to
pretty
each other,
much.
kind of. So
It makes millennials look bad. It makes millennials look pretty bad.
yeah, just like annoying. And then it really becomes a repeat of the first movie where it's like they walk for a day and then they end up in the same spot. Like, how did this happen? We've been walking all day. How are we in a circle? And it's like literally the same lines from the first one.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it's a lot of jump scares, a lot of running in the woods, like so many stupid decisions. It's like they hear this like really loud bang in the middle of the night, and they're like, "Where's Lane? Where is he?" It's like I think he was peeing, but he pees really far
Yeah,
away
he
because
likes
he's
his
nervous.
privacy.
Yeah, okay. You that guy's gonna go like 150 yards away from camp to pee in the Blair Witch Woods. Like, come on. So they go and look for him, and it's just like a lot of that, a lot of just like, where is he? Dude, the name James must have been said 200 times in this movie.
500.
Just
Yeah.
James, James, James. Oh my God, James, help her, help her. So yeah, so it's a lot of just going through the woods, a lot of stupid decisions. I think the dumbest decision in the whole movie, though, is the girl who cuts her foot and then is sick or whatever, and then sees the broken drone in the tree, and then is like, I can climb that with my broken foot in the middle of the dark. Yeah, I could do that. And also that drone that's not working, it'll probably work when I get it out. And you know what? Might as well have the blades running as I'm trying to get it out of the tree. Like all
So
that. Like,
you feel like she's gonna cut her finger off.
she's so
Like,
stupid. Every decision that that girl made at that moment, I was like, this is like,
well, no, she should have realized when her foot was cut, like, I should go to urgent care.
yeah,
Like, right.
immediately like, hey guys, we should
This
turn
is
around.
off. This is off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I need to get help, but they're so dumb. But when that girl fell out of the tree, I was just like, yeah, like, of
Well, no, her
course.
hand was slapped by a the witch or something, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, the drone is broken, basically. I mean, it's not just stuck. Like maybe it's not broken, but it's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
And this girl who is injured and is in the pitch black woods decides to climb a tree that's probably 30 feet tall, and she
Yeah.
climbs up there and like
With a
perfect.
foot that's
Yeah.
cut open.
And then
Yeah.
she falls and dies, and you're like, yeah, like that's what happens. But that was a really dumb decision. Um, yeah,
Yeah, so there was that, which was okay. And I think this happened after this part of the movie where the couple that pretty much tried to fake it and hang up fake
yeah,
stat stick figures and stuff, they get caught and they're like, we're gonna go off. Fuck you guys. We don't need you. They leave. And then I think they like, and what's his name was killed by the tree and then dragged off. And now it's the next day and it's only been like a day, right? And then they show up again and they're like all like, looking homeless, like all covered in dirt and they see them again and they're like, and it's like, oh my God, like, oh, where have you been? And they're like, it's been 5 days. And the girl's like, I want a sandwich. And she's like eating like a sandwich, like a ravenous animal. And then this is my favorite part of the movie. The only good part of the movie is when the other girl was like, F you, like, stop with these stick figures because there's stick figures everywhere now in the forest.
yeah,
And she takes one and breaks it, right?
yeah,
And the second she breaks it, what they also notice like your hair's in this one,
yeah,
there's cloth in this one, there's clothes in this one. She breaks it, and the second she does it, the other girl just like bends in half, like
yeah,
she was broken as well.
yeah.
Best scene in the movie, probably one of the better parts of the movie, honestly.
Yeah, it's at least original. I mean, it's voodoo, but yeah, yeah.
That
So
was
there's
my
that.
favorite part. That was like, okay, that was cool.
Well, it's just like it's stupid because it's like it's been 5 days. Like Lane and Tabitha, they get, pushed out of the
Have
group,
you
and
had
then
water? Have you ate?
that's what
Like,
I'm
have you?
I'm like, so wait, for 5 fucking days you guys have been in pitch darkness. Yeah, where did you get food? Where have you been getting water? Like, how are you alive? I'm sorry, that's
5 days is a
insane.
long time without that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Blair Witch has just been like tormenting them for 5 days. But anyways, uh
I thought that was cool, but it's just like this is the problem with the movie. You didn't know what it was, the purpose of it was. There was no clear plot, really.
well
It was doing too much. It was doing too much.
once the kids are in the woods, I guess it's like, oh, you're under the witch's spell,
Now
and
it's like you're in a snow globe now, really.
yeah, and
Yeah.
nothing works. Like their technology
Yeah.
won't work. The drone just breaks randomly. Like everything starts to break. So you're like, okay, so no matter what you bring, if it's 1999 or 2016,
You're in the
it's not
Blair
gonna
Witch's
work.
snow globe. You're not
Yeah.
getting out. Yeah.
Oh, and also two things. The first movie actually takes place in 1994, and this one actually takes place in 2014. So it's 20
Correct.
years exactly later, but it's like somebody found the footage and somebody
And
must
he
have
still thinks
edited
his
it.
sister's out there. That's insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But somebody edits this footage together because it's from like 20 different cameras. So somebody actually, took the time to put this
Mhm.
together. But my favorite line, and then we'll keep moving. It's right in the beginning. It's like they're driving into Burkittsville, and the lead girl, she's like, Burkittsville, did it used to be called Blair? And he's like, not exactly. It was actually a community that used to be called Blair, and then it was empty, so then they renamed it Burkittsville. So she should have just been like, so yeah, it used to be fucking called Blair, like because he just
Yeah.
is like he's like not exactly, but yes, exactly.
Mansplaining it. Yeah.
Like
Just like,
it was really funny. Just like I wish that she reacted to that. 'Cause it's like,
that's what asked.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I wanted that moment because I'm like, the fuck is that's exactly what she just said.
yeah,
He's
it's
like,
true.
not exactly, lady.
But then there's
Um,
some lore too thrown in there where like the Blair Witch kid killed a bunch of kids or
yeah,
whatever.
that's from the first one too.
Yeah, and then they talked about her being racked, like manually racked by like hung from a tree
Yeah,
and just yeah. So it's just like okay, so her limbs all got messed up, and then they thought she was gone. They searched the woods the next year, they said, because it was a bad winter or whatever.
yeah.
And
They
then
said
her
they had
body wasn't
spring.
found. So it makes you think like, oh yeah, she's out there. And then kids went missing for like throughout the the timeline afterwards in the 1700s, 1800s, and all that. So this has been like a 300-year thing going on.
I don't know. I mean, they could have done a lot better. Like especially in this one with this opportunity. Like after the first movie, it's like this kid wanted to do a deep dive into like what happened to this
Yeah.
town. Like, and we don't get anything. The only information we get is what I just told you. It's like it used to be called Blair, and then it disappeared. We do find out the witch's name. It's like Catherine something. I can't remember now.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she had a guy, Rustin Parr, who's also mentioned in the first one, and he I think is the one that would bring her the kids. I think in the
Yeah.
40s. I think that was it.
And then we could
Uh,
say these kids would stand in the corner because if you looked at her like Medusa, you would
yeah. And
instantly die.
and the Lane character becomes the Rustin Parr
Hmm.
character. So that was kind of interesting because he even says that he's like Rustin Parr had it right. You got to do what she says, sort of thing. So he becomes her like, he's bringing new victims in, and that's exactly what he's doing. Um, So yeah, I mean, I know we kind of blew through that, and this is the end right now. We'll talk about. I'm trying to think if there's
They find
anything
the
else.
house. They
The
find the
house,
house.
yeah. So like, this is probably the scariest part of the first movie.
It
Is
felt like a
like
video game, but like I got dizzy, dude. I was like, all right, you're shaking way too much.
yeah, but the first one, they get to this house, and this house, like, it was seared into my memory as a kid. Like, that is so scary. It's like in black and white. They like just
Hmm.
come upon it. It's so real and creepy looking. And I think they did a pretty good job with this one. It feels so much bigger, though. It feels like this house is not
There's
as,
tunnels, there's
yeah, yeah.
rooms, there's like trap doors.
Yeah, so it drags out because like, and it's also stupid. Like the boy is like, or I can't remember his name, James. He's like, I'm going in there, and she's like, I'm not going in there.
Well,
Like
because he hears his
he
sister,
hears,
right?
yeah, it's like James, and he's like, Heather. So he runs in there.
It's funny, I was watching this with my sister and I was like, I don't know about you, Shan, but I think you're on your own that night. I
Yeah,
think you're on your own. Like, I'm
yeah.
not going in that house.
It's like, why would you be in there, Heather? What are you doing in here?
Yeah.
So yeah, so he runs through like 80 different rooms and hallways, tries a million different doors, gets into a room. And this was kind of scary. Like you see like glimpses of the witch. Like you never get like more than like 1 second to see her before your brain is can even process what you're seeing. So like it was kind of scary. But the
There's little
thing
like
is,
signs. There's little like Slender Man. I would say Slender Man is what they made the Blair Witch look like very long.
it,
And maybe that's because of the racking where her limbs got extended. I don't
yeah,
know.
it looks like the creature from Barbarian. It looks exactly like
I
that.
haven't seen that,
Yeah,
so
it's
yeah.
like the best. You need to see that movie. So yeah, it looks exactly like that. But the dumbest thing is the James guy goes into like the last bedroom and he sees like a bed and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Ah!" And then it cuts to the other girl and she's outside and she's like, James. And then she sees this like thing in the woods and she's like, fuck. So she runs in, does all the same shit as James, falls through the basement, crawls for fucking 5 minutes,
Well,
and
no,
then
no, no. Didn't what's his name throw her in there?
oh, Lane. Yeah, she fights with Lane. Yeah, Lane's somehow in the house now, and he's like, "I'm the witch's bitch," and then
You're
just
like Renfield, and then she gets thrown in there, and then that scene was like Nutty Putty Cave, man. I hated that scene. That was
it
like
was yeah, but it was a little long. I was like,
she
ah, man,
throws the flashlight or camera with the light,
yeah,
and then she realizes like I'm stuck, and then she like sit. I think she literally says like think thin at one point, and then just like busts out of being stuck, and then grabs the camera again, and I'm like I hate that gave me that was really well shot, and it gave me claustrophobia. That was good. That was one of the
yeah,
better parts of the movie.
yeah, nah, yeah. It just felt a little like kind of unnecessary because she just yeah, whatever. Anyways, so then she gets back into the house. She kills Lane, and
Yeah,
then
she has a
she
knife all of a sudden. I didn't
yeah.
even know where'd she get that knife? And she
So,
just slices his throat. He's dead.
yeah, and then she like runs upstairs to find James, and we think James is dead, but he's not. And he's like, "Oh my God, like Sarah, you're alive?" And he's like, "James." So then they're in this room, and the witch is like coming in. So they're like, "Look at the wall. If you don't
Look at
look
the
at it, it can't
corner.
see
Go in the
you."
corner. Don't like peer. Don't
Yeah.
look.
And then all of a, and like he knows this. He's like, "Don't look, Heather. I love you. Don't look." And all of a sudden, she's just like, James, like Heather, and he just like
Yeah, I know you
like
fell
just
for it.
gets killed immediately. And you're like, all right, that was so dumb. And then she figures out that if you have the camera turned and like you can see behind you, but if you're not looking with your own eyes at it, it like doesn't work. And the witch is like, no, she figured it
Oh,
out.
you figured out.
Yeah, but then as she's like walking back to like, she's like, I'm gonna leave the house. Then randomly, she's just like,
She's like, "Oh, my boyfriend who was just killed,
yeah.
clearly killed, is like, what's her name?" Like he's like, "Hey, it's Sarah or
It's
whatever."
like,
And
James?
yeah, it was just it was it,
And it's over.
and then the camera drops and it's there and there's no other jump scare. There's no other witch. There's no other anything. It's like the first one's way more impactful
Yeah.
than this.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. No. But here's all I'll say. For some insane reason, if you've never seen the first one and you only saw this one,
Mm.
you might not hate it because you have nothing to compare it to. And you're like, oh, they keep mentioning something, but it's not that important to the plot of like, I guess it's like they tell you everything you need to know. And it's more impactful because we know Heather from seeing the first one and the house. Oh, it's the house from the first one. But if you've never seen anything and you just saw this one, you probably like it more than we did.
Mm. That's a good point. I don't know. I think the first one was better with actually using a handy cam
Oh
and
God,
not
yeah.
being like it's like this is a production set.
Oh my God.
Clearly.
It's not
Like
even, it's like A and D. Like it like the first one's an A, this is a D. But I'm saying
yeah.
if you never even saw the first one, this would probably become like a C plus probably.
And there's good ideas with this. And they could have done it. It's like just you're A, you're doing too much. B, you're doing too much production value. This needs to be like you have
Yeah.
to act like kids are going out in the woods. You can't act like their batteries aren't gonna die if they rope something to a tree. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It has to be
Like
grittier than
it has to be grittier.
yeah, it didn't feel like an indie movie at all. Even though it's like 5 million's not a lot for a movie, but it felt like the movie went further. But
And then
Eric,
the house with the lights too, and the lights just like go in like a
yeah, it felt like an alien
it's doing
movie.
too much. It's doing too
Yeah.
much.
No, you know it's kind of funny. I saw this YouTube video and the guy was like, if they told you this was a like a Jurassic Park movie, like a found footage like dinosaur movie, you probably wouldn't second guess it because like a lot of it feels like there's just like when the guy's crushed by the tree, like that could have been like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know, like
Totally. And I was also very confused by like the whole like the scene with the when they're walking through the house at the end and
mhm.
he sees that same shot of his sister in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's when you and I think I Google it, I Wikipedia'd the plot. The point of that was that the found footage that was actually their footage and the witch that was their footage.
But that
So
doesn't make sense.
it's a paradox where it's like your found footage is the found footage you saw on YouTube or whatever.
But
So
Lane filmed that and it was
which makes you
fake.
what it makes you think though that, like the Blair Witch is like a manipulator of time and how things happen and like once you're in those woods, you're in a snow globe, literally.
Yeah, but they weren't in the woods.
You know
Like,
what I mean? But
yeah, but
that was
but
the
dude, Lane
too
went to
much,
that
too much.
house and filmed that video and then faked Heather into that and then uploaded it to the internet and then Heather's brother saw that and was like, "Oh my God, my sister's alive because of that video." But then that's the video that he actually
I don't
shot.
think that was his video. I think that was someone else's, and that
Uh,
was his video. In the paradox
oh my
of the
God.
witch, which
That's
is too much. And
that's
you bring
way
the
too
witch
much.
into technology at this point, it's like,
Come on.
no,
Like it's too much.
it's doing too
Uh
much. It's doing too
But
much.
Eric, the director, Adam Wingard, is your boy, the guy who directed Godzilla versus Kong.
Fuck yeah, love that movie. Yo,
Yeah, no.
Godzilla minus one of the best
Oh
movies.
yeah, that's not anything to do with this, but yeah, no,
Yeah,
Godzilla minus one's sick. Um, way better than this.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
there is one other thing, and then we'll wrap up early here, but the video game I've kind of heard there's a Blair Witch. I think it's VR or maybe it's not, but there's a Blair Witch video game that came out in 2019 kind of looks kind of cool. Like it's short, like it's just like a one or two levels. Like you're just it's a first person. You're going through the woods trying to find this house, and I'm like, That would be pretty scary. That would be a pretty scary video game, I feel like.
Can we still get to that game?
What do you mean?
Is it still available or is it?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked it up,
There's a lot
but
of game like we played the Friday the 13th game. I don't think you can even play that anymore. The
I
servers are down.
don't know
I
about
love that
that.
game.
Yeah, there's been a lot of horror video games
And I
kind of
heard they're
recently.
making a Halloween game. Nick Castle's playing. He's doing the Michael Myers like 3D fitting of
Mm.
Michael Myers for this Halloween game, which is going to be similar to the Friday the 13th game. I love that stuff, man.
They
I
did a
love that stuff.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. They did an Ash versus Evil Dead one, and
Did you
then
play that? You played that one, right? That's
I
just
didn't play the Ash one. I played the Texas and the Friday the 13th one, but they're making a Hellraiser video game that Clive Barker's doing, and that's coming out pretty soon, and I'm actually kind of excited
yeah,
for that.
man. We gotta cover that more. We gotta definitely play.
There's
Yeah.
so many good horror games, dude. Resident Evil's incredible.
That's what this movie
Doom.
felt like at the end with the house. It was just like all shaky and then all of a sudden things are popping out. It felt like a video game. So I think that's what they were going for.
I
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying the Blair Witch video game though. Like it,
Yeah.
if it's like $5, I'm not paying $50 for
It was
it.
on Game Pass. I'm not.
If it's on Game Pass, hell yeah. But all right. Well, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about this one.
No,
It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's
no.
not. Just watch the original. Like, don't even waste your time. Like, just
Yeah, there's so much more that they could do, but do less. Like they did way too much at once for this film.
yeah. It's crazy to think too. This movie came out 9 years ago. That's nuts. That's crazy. It feels like this movie came out like 2 years ago to me. But yeah. So
Feel good. I
maybe
don't feel
they'll.
good all of a sudden. Okay.
Maybe they'll do a sequel. It's like, James's second cousin.
Well, I mean, this movie made money, and
Not
so
enough. Not enough.
it's not enough. All right. Well, I mean, I like the Blair Witch. I think it's a cool concept, and if it's done right and raw, and that's the point of the Blair Witch, it needs to be raw. It can't be this fucking crazy nipples on the costume kind of huge production. It needs to be handy cam. It needs to be like like pretend kids actually go in the woods. Nothing else. Like you don't throw crazy fucking cams on their head that like apparently the battery doesn't ever die and stuff like that. Like no, you need to act like they're shooting this for real.
Yeah, this was like Halloween Resurrection meets the Blair Witch.
That's a
Kind of.
great comparison. Yeah.
Kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, anyways, we'll say maybe in the future they'll make one with like Starlink. They'll use that and they'll have like Teslas or something like that. They'll drive out in the middle of the woods with their Cybertrucks. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
So moving right along, we got the wheel there, Eric.
I
Shall we
already
give it a
spun it. I
spin?
already
Oh,
spun
oh,
it. I
okay.
already spun it, and we got Halloween Town.
Oh, perfect. A Halloween movie near Halloween. Okay, that's great. Halloween Town. I think we have Kelly Harper coming back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she was just on for Jesus, what was it? Oh my God.
Lost Boys of the
Lost Boys
Tribe.
2. Yeah, so now she's coming on for this Halloween Town, first Disney fucking channel movie we've ever covered.
No, we've covered other ones.
I don't
Hocus
think so.
Pocus.
No, that's not Disney Channel original movie.
Hocus Pocus 2.
That's Disney Plus.
Oh,
No.
girl.
All right. Disney Channel
Oops.
original movies so this is our first one, but anyways. Well, everybody, thank you very much for listening into our discussion on Blair Witch. Not the Blair Witch Project, just Blair Witch.
2016 Blair Witch. Get
Yeah.
rid of the like Facebook. Get rid of the.
It's just Batman. This is the Batman. Yeah, no, so Blair Witch.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week with Halloween Town.
Woo!